welcome back to Bitfumes. In this episode, we are going to start our API system and we are going to create the resources for our product. That means the transformer. If you have ever used Fractal, then you have heard about the transformers. So not the movie Transformer. Okay, so we are going to create the resource. So with that, I'm your host Sarthak, and this is a channel where I talk about Laravel and the cool thing about Laravel. So if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like Bitfumes on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As simple as that. So we have to create the resource, but what is the resource? Let's go to Laravel documentation, and here I will say resource, or here comes Eloquent API resources. This is what we want. So introduction to that, various things. So we to create resource, we have to say make resource command. So let's go here. I will say PHP artisan make, but before make, let's get help. So make resource. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to give the name of the resource we are going to create. Then we can create the collection to have all these data in one go. Then help, quiet, version, various things, doesn't matter. So let's get make resource. So make colon resource, and our resource name is, let's firstly create a product folder. Then inside that I will say product collection. So what collection? That means getting everything. Okay, so let's hit enter, and resource collection created successfully. So let's go to Sublime app http resources product resource collection. So it will give all these things to our API system. Okay, so what we need to do, we firstly go to our product controller. So command P and then search product controller, and here I will say firstly product colon all, and let's just return this. So actually if I go here and let's create the server. So php artisan serve. Okay, let's go Chrome localhost 8000. Here is good thing, but if I go to products, hit enter, oops, there is some problem. What is the problem? Because this is an API, so the route has to be API slash products. That's nice. Okay, and you can see everything is here, and if you can consider this as an API, that's good because it's a API. And you will say, really? Yeah, this is API, but this is a very bad API. This is not a good API. I'm not going to show created ad and updated ad. Even I'm not going to give all these things. I'm not going to give directly the ID here, and whatever transformations we have to do, we will transform like that. So here comes our transformer. Okay, so instead of this product collection transformer, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new transformer. Let's create a new terminal, and here instead of saying collection, I will simply say php artisan make resource, and inside product folder I will say product resource. Okay, and this will give another file which will extends resource. This will extend resource collection. So what I'm going to do here, instead of this, you can see this, both of these files are having same return. So if I do this exactly the same, but for product resource, the last one we have created, I'm going to give an array, and inside here I will say product name. So that should be name, and here arrow, what we have to do, how we can get the data. So simply as that, this arrow product. Okay, and it's not product, it's name. So this arrow name, that's good. Let's just verify from SQL Pro. Product, yeah, name, then details. So details, or you can say description. You can see it is description. Okay, so description is here, and I will say arrow detail. So this is actually the power of API. We have the database name detail, but we are giving or showing description. This is very important because in the future somewhat you have changed this detail to something else. So you have to change here also. If you are not using any kind of resource, if you are giving directly, so as I told you, this is the API. But suppose you are giving this as an API, it's not a problem. But suppose in the future you have changed this details to description, but your consumer API consumer will expect details, and the whole code and whole project will break because of you. So that's not the case, that's not we want. So that's why we are using this transformers or resource. So details is here. Next is what? Next is price, stock and discount. So I will say simply price, and price, this arrow price, then stock, and this arrow stock. Similarly, discount, this arrow discount. Okay, so this is good. Everything is nice. This will give a single detail. So we have to say whenever we are asking or the user is asking for a single product, he has to return. And here comes the very important thing. So here we will say product, but we are going to wrap this in a new product resource, and that's it. So let's just firstly return product, and what we are getting, let's see. Okay, so if I go here, if I say products slash, let's say 4, we are getting this exact same thing. Okay, but if I return product resource inside, then give the product details, and let's just use this at the top. So at the top it's now used. Okay, and now save this, go and look the change, and instead I will open this in a new tab. Okay, you can see it unwrap everything inside the data, and obviously we have the name, description. You can see the description, not the detail. Description, price, stock and discount is null. We have some problem here because this has to be discount, not discount. Despacito. Okay, so that's good. And here comes discount 17, and here comes also 17. That's great. So we have transformed a single product. That's good. That's nice. So that's all for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to give the link for reviews for particular product. So don't forget to subscribe, like Bitfumes on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And before going that, the most important thing, git add all, then git commit -m. Then here comes product resource created, and yeah, that E has to be here. Resource. Okay, resource. Okay, so here good, git status, everything is good. Git push commit, everything is good. Push, yeah. Okay, so that's it. Let's go here, 6 commits, and now we have the 7 commits. So we will meet in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.